Hello and welcome to my thesis presentation. I did my thesis on a controversial Belgian financial policy and the ginormous infrastructure projects that it funded. In particular, I analyzed why this strange 110 meters tall boat lift was approved, constructed, and eventually completed. And this is how I did it. Hello everyone and welcome back to this wonderful channel. Today, this young politician in the making is presenting his solution to everything. The ultimate solution to everything you have ever worried about, been angry about, been mourning, it's all here. First, a little bit about me. I'm the most intelligent person you've ever met, I have the relevant background in everything, and also know all that is important and or relevant, and also have been granted the divine right to be the only person ever to be able to accurately convey the truth about society, its problems, life, the other thing, etc, etc. I just want to say thank you. I am genuinely ever so grateful, sincerely so thankful. Honestly, I was the first. First in every sense. The originator, the genius, the one to figure out how, the one no one dares to replicate, the first of them all. I know we all have the same problems, the same things nagging at us every day of our existence. I will now name these problems before I illuminate you on their solution. The progenitor. The gifted, not through some ability, not through any kind of ambition, just absence of another first. Thank you for coconuts. Thank you for blue food dye. Thank you for post-it notes. Thank you for arugula. Thank you for ladders. Thank you for caterpillars. Thank you for trilliums. Thank you for bingo cards. Problem 1. The specter of gender, and those who believe in it as well as those who continue to propagate collective gender-induced mania, such as the manosphere and the TikTok algorithms targeting 13-year-olds. I remain ever so grateful to Stardust, to Jupiter, to gravity itself, to protons, neutrons, electrons. How I thank the first extremophiles, the dinosaurs, the monkeys that evolved after, evolution in general. Problem 2. The meat industry. A never-ending genocide supported only by the ignorant and the utterly deranged, as well as those who profit from an infinite amount of suffering. First to dare it. First to make it. First to give a fuck. First to fuck it all up. First to fuck it up a lot. First to send it. First to say it. First to say it more. First to be left alone. First to be forever first. Problem 3. The looming techno-fascist Panopticon and those who have no other goal but to dominate and destroy humankind as well as its humanity. I am Adam, and also Eve. I am Mother Nature reincarnated, the canary in the lithium mine. I am the first to never appear. The solution to this is not easy, but it is simple. We kill him. Thank you for interdisciplinarity. Thank you for bureaucracy. Thank you for mediocrity. Thank you for the opportunity. All of them. We just kill him. It is the only way manosphere chuds are ever gonna let their fragile, sad excuse for an identity go. You think enough people will ever act on what they already know and stop buying You honestly think some tech billionaire is gonna repent if we just talk to him nicely? No. You know that won't happen. I told you the price before you paid it. I told you the words before you knew their definition. Thus, policymakers wanted to modernize these canals to serve the heavy industry of Wallonia, and because the waterways were too thin to allow freight ships with modern proportions to pass through. However, by the time the boat lift had been approved, the steel and coal industries were already in decline. They gotta die. Same goes for every dictator, every billionaire. I told you the steps before you took them. I thank the darkness for granting me the opportunity to be found in the light. Every person who deeply and stubbornly holds some impossibly contrived idea that hurts others for no reason. I am grateful for the challenges that allowed me to build my strength. I told you the price before I paid. For the ignorant, so that I may be seen as wise. It is the only solution. How I am indebted to the lazy motherfuckers that death to the meat industry magnates. And because they had sunk hundreds and hundreds of millions into this project, they sought to legitimize the boat lift in other ways. Like, hey guys, it saves us water and it makes roads less congested. Additionally, I remain ever grateful that I just started to excuse you honestly. Build gravity and spread it to neutrons, no electrons. Oh, I know that was first. Death, first, death, first, death, first, death, first, death. When I imagine what life looks like, I see this: an infinitely bright point in an infinitely vast void. It is imagery that I first thought of when I was 13, and it has stuck with me ever since. It also comes to mind when I think of my greatest fear, my own death. It has been haunting me, following me through every big decision I make, pushing me, punishing me, isolating me. It has been a massive, unrelenting influence. During the limited time we get to experience, we make a lot of choices. And I believe how we choose to traverse them is ultimately based on what we want. A wanting beyond what we might feel in the moment or compulsively. A wanting we were born with. A bigger wish or will or something that drives us. We are always steered by our big internal wants to care for loved ones, to express yourself, to experience what life has to offer. Ones you never really chose but live by anyway. And will always want something new, something more. Forever unsatiated. But in the meantime, merely following what you want to do probably leads you onto the right path. Your path. Looking back, I've spent so much of the last 5 years trying to identify what I really want, and being faced with the increasing odds of never being able to chase those wants fully. Merely born with the wrong cards in the wrong game. Those impressed by me merely comparing their mundane to my best. I'm 23. I don't have to have figured out what I want. It's all still a blur to me. A blur I can only express in equally obtuse terms. But I see one thing clear. And it's what I do not want. To die. My fear of death has driven so much of what I do. And if I make what appears to have been the wrong choice, then my fear of death will guarantee that I feel it. Because if experiencing is the opposite of death, the paths I take that make me experience less are in a way bringing me closer to it. Many of my idiosyncrasies can be traced back to my fear of my own death in some way. And what I said before is true, death does solve it all. But I'm lucky enough not to consider my life a problem that needs solving. And I want to have this little dot here burn bright. Not by achieving something grand, or attempting to immortalize a legacy, or any other thing I won't care about when dead, but I'm struggling to find what is my aim while I'm still here. And I've started equating failing the goal to live like I want to approximating death. It's admittedly a bit traumatic, but it's true to me. It's how it's been. And it's difficult to admit that I have often been failing, at least for the last 5 years. I've known I'll keep on living, but I just couldn't figure out how to guarantee that I'll have lived. Taking a walk through nature is one of life's most honest delights. I do it to ponder, to mull things over, to exist. I don't have a brain that quiets even if I wanted to, so giving it some space sometimes just works best. Maybe what I want is just a little peace and quiet. No, I want to start as much bullshit as I can. Neither has been easy. And that's because of neurotypical people. Blaming others won't help. Then what am I angry for? I don't know. Angry, I hate. That is more elegant. I express myself in interesting ways. Very eloquently. Very deceivingly. Always hoping they'll just get it. And that is a stupid thing to do. Do I want to be truly understood or just cared about for a moment? Understood, surely. Then is all of this the best way to explain yourself? No! Yes. What? My efforts are mere peas thrown at a brick, and I was expecting it to fall. Foolish me. What do I hurl at it then? What do I want? Cook good
Throw
food.
breakable things off of high
Do
places.
something illegal.
Make shitposts.
Smell nice flowers.
Find new ways to express myself.
Help others express themselves.
Be there.
Mean something to people.
End the meat
Defeat
industry.
Gender.
Destroy AI
Death
for
to
good.
Israel.
Then do it.
No! I can't.
Why not?
God,
People
this is
are
fucking
whole
culture.
and it all just seems
Why the fuck does that
insurmountable
matter?
at times.
Just
Then
not
keep
that big
fucking
of a
going.
second.
I loathe myself for
I
allowing
don't.
such
I
an
need to
incredible
chill.
personality
Time for
to
another
lock
bottleneck.
itself
Just me.
in a cage
Okay, slow
nobody
down
else
now.
recognizes.
They
I
do.
know what I can
I
be.
need to speak
I know
up.
how
For
valuable
good
I can
reason.
be.
Of course.
I know what I can mean
God
to
damn
people,
much,
but I
clearly.
never truly believe
No.
it. And why? Because of
Death.
or some other bullshit. I can't keep running through staying right where I am.
Then what am I going to do?
I don't know. What do I want?
I don't know. I don't know.
What do I do?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
What do I do?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Wait, listen. I have trouble sleeping when my room's too hot. And 3 summers ago, I was staying up late because I'd been boiling like a sweet tomato soup all day. And it was maybe 3 in the morning. Me sitting there, not doing much of anything with all the doors and windows open, waiting for it all to cool down. I recall being overwhelmed by nothing but myself, restless through an endless effort to have my thoughts remain somewhat reasonable. I was young, I was tired, I was hot, and I had deluded myself into believing that I could figure everything out, or at least come to terms with things, by just thinking about it hard enough. And in that constant cycle of melancholic, and then hateful, and then existential, and then hopeless ruminating, I sat there like I'd done before and would do many more times. Until I heard something. Someone's in my backyard. I was suddenly ripped out of my own mind and taken over by my heart, and that thing was pounding. Now, I'm not a fearful person. I've supposed for a while now that most of my fear must be preoccupied with more existential matters, so I don't have much fear left to spend elsewhere. But in that moment, I was naturally pretty on edge. And yet I went to investigate. Didn't bring a knife or something to hit with. Didn't even ask who's there. But knew full well that it would be possible that some person could be outside waiting for me. As I carefully approached the door, one step at a time, I heard another noise. Like something quickly but briefly shifting its way through some leaves and then stopping. Then I stood there, in the doorframe, the small backyard only slightly illuminated by the dim light from inside, a shadow barely recognizable as mine cast over a bush up against the wall. I focused my eyes, held still, and slowly got ready to accept that it may, in fact, have just been the wind. Or I'm tired to the point of hallucinating. Until it moved again. Just slightly more towards me, just barely, carefully, shyly but curiously, peeking outside of the bushes. A hedgehog. I could just see its black beady eyes, its little snout. It's just a hedgehog. I carefully lowered myself to the ground, and we looked at each other, maybe equally surprised. I don't recall how long it took for it to waddle back into the bushes. The encounter probably didn't even last a minute. But somehow, this little guy left a lasting and growing impression on me. Throughout the years, I've been revisiting this moment, and what it can mean for me. Because that night, I didn't return to my endless ruminating. I was just relieved. That little guy freed me from myself. I've since then learned that there is so much more to being alive than what happens in your head. That being alive is to feel gravity pulling your body down, is to hear each individual raindrop, it is to smell your fingers after cooking, it is to feel the hype of a fortunate dice roll in Mario Party, it is to feel your weight pressing down on your bed, it is to be in awe of a hedgehog in your backyard. That little creature set me on a path to feel more alive than ever. I'm admittedly still bad at this, staying outside of my head and inside of my body, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better at not just appreciating those nebulous little things, but feeling just how grand life is, one touch, smell, or taste at a time. Doesn't mean that it's all sunshine and rainbows from now on, or that I'll ever truly deal with my personal selection from the heap of bullshit life grants us all, or that I'll ever get over my fear of death. But when that time comes, I'll know to have lived. And that's the thesis. That's a good one. It's a good one. You should laugh.